They are pleased to come to work in the United States.
And what of the money earned by the Braceros? Is it all, as some people claim, drained out of this country? Hardly. Look at the Braceros when they come here. It is obvious they need a great many things, like clothes, for instance. Where do they spend their money? As a local merchant put it,
as a matter of fact, they spend a great deal of their money right here. They buy clothing and other domestic items, such as transistor radios, luggage, home furnishings, items that aren't readily available back home. Take a look at the Braceros when they come into this country, and again when they leave. They have brand new shirts, pants, shoes, all items bought right here locally. Let's look at this in a little different angle. The stoop labor situation being what it is, I don't see how the local farmers can get along without Braceros. Without this source of labor, many farmers are going to be unable to make a profit. And we sure don't want this to happen because the farmer is still our best customer.
yes, with the domestic supply of farm labor being inadequate, Braceros are a must. But some people say to the farmer,
well, make the pay high enough and you'll pull in all the domestic labor you need.
the fact is that farm wages have gone up steadily for many years, but we still don't have enough seasonal domestic labor willing to do this kind of work. Conclusion: unless we have Braceros to fill the gap, many stoop labor crops will be forced out of American agriculture. The consequences? Much of our food processing industry's output would be replaced by imports. These jobs, now held by Americans, would be taken by workers in other lands, and our plants and equipment would be slowed down or shut down. Jobs and investment in the transportation industry would feel the blow. Example, in a recent typical year in just one state, the transportation of such familiar items as lettuce, fresh and processed citrus, asparagus, and tomatoes totaled over $166.5 million. Remove these familiar crops from production, and these millions now going into transportation would disappear, hitting both its management and its labor force. These same crops from the same state in the same typical year required many types of containers, lids, caps, and labels, over $112 million worth. Cut out this $112 million worth, and what happens to the thousands of people who work in or invest in these allied industries?